Hi everyone, my name is Reggie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing the great book haul of 2018. I haven't done a book haul since the end of February. If you don't know, I don't buy books too often. It's definitely possible that I'll get some books for my birthday and Christmas, which are coming up. It's very possible that I'll get more books by the end of the year, but it's also possible I won't get any more. So I figured I would haul for you today all of the books I've acquired from the end of February, from that last haul, to today. These books are literally not going to be in any sort of order. I've acquired them, like I said, since the end of February. So they're just living their best lives on my shelf. The first one I grabbed is Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zizek. This is the author of, if you don't know, this is the author of The Book Thief, and I love that book. And I found a signed copy at Barnes & Noble, and I had a coupon, and I was like, yes, I'm getting it. Next up, I have A Man Called Ove. Over the summer, I believe, I went to meet Frederick Bachman at a signing, which was an amazing experience. I have a video all about it. He's one of my favorite authors, and I was able to get him to sign this book, so I picked up this book in anticipation of that signing. He was touring for Us Against You, so I also got the final copy of Us Against You signed. I got other books by him signed, but I had already owned those, so we're not going to count those in the haul. But what we are going to count is this beautiful thing, which is an ARC of Us Against You, which I got from a Trio Books, and it is my most prized possession. My favorite thing, the best ARC I've ever gotten, because it was my most anticipated release of this year, and it really just meant so much to me. And this one is also signed and personalized. I went to another signing in the summer and got a whole host of books signed. This was the Epic Reads spring tour event, I think, so there are 3 authors touring. Julie Murphy. I got 2 books from Julie Murphy purchased for this event and got them signed. So we have Ramona Blue and Puddin'. Also touring was Katie Cotugno, and I got Fireworks from her, also got this signed. Also in that tour was Becky Albertalli. I already owned 2 of her books, which I got signed, but I also picked up Leah on the Offbeat for this sign. I also picked up a copy of Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. This is a Vikings YA story, which sounds super great. I realized just now that I haven't given you a summary of any books. Oops. But this book sounds super good, and Barnes & Noble was having a 50% off sale, so that was super good. More books I got in anticipation of a signing. I actually wasn't able to attend the signing due to car troubles, but I did buy the books in anticipation of the signing. So we have An Ember in the Ashes, A Torch Against the Night, and A Reaper at the Gates, all by Sabaa Tahir. This fall, I went to Austin, Texas, and when I go to new places, I really like to check out their bookstores, especially if they have bookstores that are well known, and just see what they've got, see what they look like. And I went to the Book People while I was there, and they had a signed copy of The Darkest Legacy by Alexandra Bracken. And then I picked up 3 books just a few days ago at the Barnes & Noble Black Friday event. So they have signed books, some were 50% off. So I picked up Sadie by Courtney Summers, which is one of my favorite books of this year, and it's signed, and I'm so happy about it. I also grabbed The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn, again signed and so happy about it. And third but not least, I got Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer, signed. I actually think earlier in the year I got Renegades. I don't know if I've hauled that or not. I don't think I have. So let's haul it now. Renegades by Marissa Meyer, not signed, but I did acquire it, I think, since February. I also bought a copy of Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. I've told the story of how I acquired this quite a few times, but basically I went to the movies to see this, and I walked to the bookstore that is literally within walking distance from the movie theater and bought this book as soon as it was over. I also have a few ARCs here. The first is The Last Wish of Sasha Cade. This is by Cheyenne Young. I follow her on Twitter and was super excited to get a copy of this. I also got an ARC of Tragedy and Time, the tragicomedy memoir by Adam Clayton Holland. I also got a finished copy from the publisher of Laura McBride's In the Midnight Room, which sounds super cool. Another book I got from a publisher is Geekerella. This is by Ashley Poston, and this is a final paperback copy. I also picked up a copy of Undead Girl Gang. This is by Lily Anderson, and this was our Spooktober group book for 2018. Recently, Half Price Books was having their big sale they do every year, where they do 20% off some days, 30% off a few more days, then a few days later they do 40% off, and then the last day of the sale they do 50% off. So I went to the 50% off sale day, and I got An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green and What If It's Us by Adam Silvera and Becky Albertalli. Also during that Half Price Book sale, we picked up a copy of Good Morning, Good Night, which is Lin-Manuel Miranda's pep talk book he wrote, and it was illustrated by Johnny Sun. Something else I picked up at who knows at what time during this course of this year, but I did buy it this year, is Children of Blood and Bud by Tomi Adeyemi. I got the Barnes & Noble edition, so it has an annotated chapter, I think, in it, which is cool. And last but not least, I got a book that is very special to me. If you don't know, this year I got married and I went to Italy for my honeymoon, and while I was there, I picked up the Italian version of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which is one of my favorite Harry Potter books. They didn't have my favorite, which is Order of the Phoenix, but I still decided to pick up this one because it's my second favorite, and it was a beautiful cover, and it's just really special to me because it reminds me of that trip. It's one of my favorite books, all of that fun stuff, and it's definitely one of my favorite books I've added to my collection this year. Not even one of, it's hands down my favorite book I've added to my collection this year. I am not going to hold up all of those books because there's a lot of them. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!